So here we're looking at Staph aureus bacteria, and this is an interactive, sketchy image of all the elements that's going to help you remember distinct characteristics of Staph aureus bacteria. So if you click on these little elements here, it kind of tells you what these images represent in terms of Staph aureus bacteria. So running camel with woman holding her mouth. This image is supposed to represent food poisoning that can be caused by Staph aureus bacteria. So all these images, this uses a method, what's called method of loci, which is a method that allows you to take a picture and kind of imprint it in your mind and kind of take it as your memory palace or memory room where you can draw out distinct information about the gram-positive bacteria that you are supposed to memorize. So if you look at here, parting of the Red Sea represents that gram-positive bacteria, especially Staph aureus bacteria, is coagulase positive. So it will part like the Red Sea. It will part your blood. It'll part your blood. Like a tall man. So this interactive image is supposed to help you kind of take this picture and then commit it to your memory what the distinct characteristics of Staph aureus are. So we start you with this interactive image, and you can always come back to it to help you memorize if this is something that is helpful for you. And if you click on treatment, we take you straight to the Google page about vancomycin, which is a treatment for any sort of Staph aureus bacterial infection. And then it also has an option that asks, what if the patient is methicillin sensitive? So if they're methicillin sensitive, they can't take vancomycin, so you're going to take nafcillin instead. So we're going to get out of that. And then there's let's learn more option. So then it's going to take you to the video lessons about Staph aureus, which is where you're going to learn more about Staph aureus bacteria. So we have a osmosis video here. And what's nice about this video
sometimes it's called
is
Staph
that
aureus,
as you're listening to the video, you're going to find all these interactive questions, multiple choice questions, and sometimes short answer prompt questions that's going to help you retain the information you're learning from the video. So you're going to get something like this, and the video contains the answers to all of these questions. So if you're ever not sure, you can just rewind and rewatch the video. That way it helps to reinforce the ideas that are discussed in the video, and it helps to foster active learning. So here, Staph aureus is actually catalase positive, and then strep is catalase negative. So that's how you differentiate between staph and strep bacteria. And it's going to give you a feedback immediately. So you're able to
positive bacteria will
test your knowledge that way. And you can see that there's multiple questions that will check your understanding as you're watching the video. And it's the same thing with this video over here. It goes over kind of general.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome again. In the previous video, we went through some basic
general overview of the strep bacteria. And you can see that if you want, you can turn off you can turn off the subtitles, or you can turn it on. It doesn't matter. You can and you can manipulate that, and you can also manipulate the speed of the video. So if you're feeling like you're understanding it and you find the normal speed too slow, then you can make it twice as fast, and you can listen to the video and work through the interactions. And you also have the option to skip if you feel that these questions aren't helpful to you. So you have a lot of choices here as to how you're going to work through these videos. And if you find that after watching this video, you want to go back to the interactive image just to review and get this imprinted in your mind, and you can go back and revisit that, and then go back to this page about video, and then you can proceed. And once you learn more. Once you proceed, you're going to start learning about Staph epi and Staph saprophyticus bacteria. And this is another interactive image hosted by Sketchy that's going to help you understand what each of these pictures represent. So Staph saprophyticus bacteria is, present in UTIs in sexually active females. So you can see that these images represent that. But this is just to give you a brief overview of what Staph epi and Staph saprophyticus bacteria is about. And you can, again, click on treatment, and you can see that the treatment for these bacteria are vancomycin, which is also represented by Van over here. And then you can learn more and watch a video that talks about what this image is about. So this is a video directly from Sketchy, and like the previous video, this goes through multiple questions that checks your understanding. And in some of the questions, we even connected back to the learning that you had in other videos. So if you are to let me see if I can find that.
One of the ways you can tell
question.
Staph. In fact, you'll often just hear Staph.
Yeah. So if you look at this question, for example, it kind of connects this video that you're watching. So this way we do a lot of active learning. We encourage you to do a lot of active learning through answering these questions as you're watching the video. So you're not just passively watching the video, but you're learning what's going on, and you're actively reinforcing what you are hearing by writing and engaging with the content. So when you're ready, we also have a twine game embedded into this module. So twine game is going to reinforce your learning by giving you a case scenario. So you can see that this is about a patient, and you're walking through this patient's journey, and then you're just exploring what it's like to have one of these conditions that's caused by Staph bacteria. And you have a choice to continue talking with the nurse or continue talking with the physician. But the most important thing here is we're getting you to engage with the content in a case-based scenario. So you're walking through this narration, the story about this patient suffering through endocarditis. And then once you're ready, you get to do a little quiz. And then when you're done with the quiz, then we go on to talk about vancomycin, which is the treatment for Staph bacteria. And we go through, different types of, we give you an overview of different types of antibiotics. So you can kind of see where these classifications are coming from. And then if you want to learn more about glycopeptides, which is a class of medication that vancomycin falls under, then you're linked to this article where you can read and you can learn more about that. And then you also have an option to learn about mechanism of action of glycopeptides, so you can be more informed about how this how this treatment takes place on a cellular level. And once you're ready, again, you have option to practice or go back and revisit the content here. So I'm going to click through practice, and then we run through a matching game. So this matching game specifically tries to reinforce what you have learned in earlier parts of the module. So we're trying to differentiate between the characteristics of different Staph bacteria. All catalase positive, so that's gonna be Staph, right? Staph bacteria. So we're gonna run through, find Staph, all catalase negative, Staph bacteria. So you're able to reinforce the learning that took place in your earlier parts of the module that way. So once you're done that, you're going to click continue. And then the last part of the module is going to be discussion board prompts. So you had a lot of learning in this module. So based on what you have learned, you're going to create a fun mnemonic for your classmates. So you can either go to the discussion board when you're ready to do that, and it will take you back to Canvas to do that. Or you can review this module and run through the content that we have provided for you, the interactive images and the interactive videos that we have created for you in this module. All right, so that's the overview of our module hosted through Interacty, and I hope you enjoy.